nothing over music. John, are you ready? Ron, are you ready? Jose, let's go!
Still Knicks fans, still Knicks fans, go! Still Knicks fans, still Knicks fans, go! Still Knicks fans, still Knicks fans, go! Still Knicks fans, still Knicks fans, still SKF, SKF, still SKF, SKF, still SKF, SKF, still SKF, SKF, still. Yeah, all season long we're gonna keep the garden live. Let me introduce you to New York, starting 5. Listen to the podcast, like it and share it. What highlights of RJ, Broadway, Barrett. The question is, what kind of offense we gonna run, son? It doesn't matter, we got Jalen Brunson. Let him drive the lane, you know that we stopping them. Welcome to the block party, Mitchell Robinson. You need a deep shot, call Evan Fournier. Look behind the 3-point line and find him over there. And trust, there's nothing we can't handle. If things go left, we call Julius Randle. Look all the way up and see OB topping. And NY, it's good to see your IQ dropping. Hit the defender with a hezzy, he froze. Classic, vintage, D-Rose. You wanna see fans do? Tell me what the bet is. Human highlight, you gotta keep your cam on Reddish. You can't handle the beef, then why start? And make sure you tune in to catch iHeart. Put the Knicks on the New York Times with the vets and the youngins like Quentin Grimes. Run with us or run from us, it's time to pick sides before I end up waving the deuce like McBride. Still Knicks fans, still Knicks fans, go! Still Knicks fans, still Knicks fans, go! Still Knicks fans, still Knicks fans, go! Still Knicks fans, still Knicks fans, still SKF, SKF, still SKF, SKF, still SKF, SKF, still SKF, SKF, still. Freedom over fame. Freedom over cycle stays the same.
What is going on? Thank you for tuning in to SKF Weekly. This is the show where you get it how it is, folks. Let's go. See, I did it after. I don't know. Is that better after the effects? No. Okay. Anyway. I love it. Hey, man, you see it. Ron and John, Jose on the ones and twos. We back, baby. Let's go.
We are here in the building. I'm good. Good. Exciting news. Our Knicks are actually winning a game as of late.
They're
not pretty. I tell you that. It's not pretty.
Yeah, no, I don't want to say horrible because offensively they seem to be doing pretty well. Defensively, not so much, folks. Not so much.
Yeah. It's a struggle, man. It's a struggle. It's just weird to see them struggling the way they've been struggling on the defensive side for sure. But even on the offensive side, I would say things aren't coming easy to them anymore. Like they were in that.
Yeah, you know
when
what?
they went in that 9-game winning streak. Remember, everything sort of came easy.
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore.
You know what I'm not liking, John? I feel like there's certain things that are happening in this game that the Knicks don't normally get. backdoor
Mm-hmm.
cuts, certain stuff
Oh
that's
yeah.
opening up. I don't want them to get caught up in this is a little too easy on the offensive side too. Like it's not like Houston's playing the greatest defense.
Right.
It's just a scary time, folks.
And they're still and they're letting these kids stay right in there. Like they're only down 10 in the third quarter. Like you would think that you could amount a lead to about 20 plus, you know?
Yeah, you got to get them up out of here. I hear you.
Yeah, get them out of here. And it's a home game too.
Man. All concerning things. I mean, you know, the point is they're winning and they need to get. I was saying on Saturday that I feel like this game is a must win. You know, for two reasons: one, to break the 3-game losing streak, and two, I mean, the next game on Wednesday is against the Miami Heat. I would think you would want to try to get a victory if you can get one before having to face the Heat, because who knows what can happen. But I also feel like that game is a must win as well. But that's besides the point.
Oh no, the Miami game is definitely a must win. It's just, you know, because if they do get the tie, they tie us up, then at that point we may lose that 5th seed. You know, and you got to get that win to supplant our 5th seed. You know what I mean? You want to stay there. So I don't know.
I'm with you. I agree, brother.
Is Jalen still going to be out? He's sort of day to day still, right? Jalen?
Yeah, he's day to day.
I'm hoping they're resting him for the Miami game.
Maybe. I think that's what they're probably doing. I think he could have played today, but I think this is the smart thing to do. I mean, Houston, is Houston not the worst team in the league? Aren't they the worst team in the league?
I think they are.
I think they are.
Yeah, because Orlando's
if you can't win a game, if you can't win this game against Houston with all the other pieces you got on this court, the Knicks got bigger issues. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you got to get this win, but it just seems like it's not impressive enough right now to be up by 10. They should be up more. Like you said, defensively, they aren't really bringing it. You know, the intensity isn't really there defensively. You'll see some stops here and there. You know, Mitchell Robinson had a couple of blocks back to back. You know, you like to see that, but like man to man, sort of not really holding anyone. You know, to a limited amount of shots. You know, we're not rebounding as a team. You're seeing second shot opportunities by Houston. Some of the things you want to see cleaned up before we see Miami. And now we just came off a 3-game, they haven't played in 3 games, so they're sort of rested already. This will be a good opportunity to just get fresh legs. They should be running more. They aren't really getting out on fast breaks, but they aren't securing the rebound on the defensive side. So right now we're only up 11 in the third quarter, so it's going to be interesting to see if we keep them. We allow this team to stay in this game. It's going to be disappointing.
I hear you. Let me ask you a question, because I want to know what you think about this. How do you feel about what's going on with Dallas and the fact that they are, as of right now, in the lottery? And then if that's the case, the Knicks won't get this pick.
Yeah, no, it'll suck. It'll suck big time. It's like we want them to make the playoffs, but they just can't get wins.
Unbelievable. Now they are up tonight, apparently, so far. But who knows? Let's wait till the fourth quarter and the game's actually over. It's too early.
And the question is, how many games back are they from a play-in? You know.
They're very close. The other day when I looked, 2 days ago when I looked, they were a game back of being in the play-in, 2 games back of being in the 7th spot.
And we want them in the 7th spot.
They're currently they're currently in 11, I believe.
Right.
It's very tight over there.
That's a problem. That is a problem.
Yes, it is. So currently right now, guys, to give you a better update, It is 94-83 with 1:55 left in the third quarter. The Knicks are up. And we're just hoping that, maybe they're just trying to buy some time and really go all out in the fourth quarter and clamp them down. I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping maybe that they're just trying to pace themselves because they know they got to win this game. Let's get to the fourth and then we'll lock them down. Maybe that's what we're going to see.
I'm hoping.
I don't know.
I really am.
But okay, well, this is much better defense. But look, see, then that's the thing, John. You're watching this play. You might be a little bit behind me slightly. Look at how they're trapping, really, moving their feet.
Right,
but
look
if
at
they
this,
reverse the
wide
ball
open.
like they just did, the guy's wide open on the other side.
Yeah, there's no weak side rotation.
Oh, this is just, poor defense by the Knicks. A good team would exploit this every possession.
And that's poor executed offense too.
Yeah. Well, guys, look. Okay, Hartenstein.
You know who's been surprising, hasn't been playing well in the West, or who's been sort of up and down? Oklahoma City, where they had Oklahoma.
Yeah.
They're one of those teams that
are
surprising me by the way they've been playing of late too.
Yeah, and I'm a little, and I don't know. Do you think Oklahoma City's better than Dallas?
I would have assumed so, but not the way they've been playing now. They were a lot stronger earlier in the season, and they didn't lose that many pieces. I'm not really sure what's going on over there.
I don't know.
And the Pelicans are starting to, shift their game a bit. They were the ones that were reeling at one point, so they sort of shifted. And of course, it's with the play of Ingram, of course. So
this is bad, man. This is just it's not good to watch. I can't believe I'm watching the Knicks up 9 and I'm upset. Of course, Randall hits a 3 at the buzzer to go into the fourth. But
it's like they're coasting,
but
this is going to get us in trouble.
It is like they're coasting. That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping they're just trying to get to the fourth and then clamp them down. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
That possession was so bad. They moved the ball, which is great, but no one wants to take the 3. And then Grimes passes up. Not a contested 3. He had a look if he would have taken it when he got the ball. But no, he puts the ball on the ground, then does a step back and takes a worse shot. They get the rebound. They get an easy transition bucket by Tara Eason. These are the type of things.
Yeah. You want a little bit more effort on the defensive side there, stop the ball at least.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on right now, and everybody has looked a little less than what they've shown us in the past couple weeks. Even Josh Hart has struggled a little bit. He hasn't been, horrible, but I'm just saying he's made some mistakes that he wasn't making prior to these last 4 games or so. So it is what it is, man. It's one of those times they got to get out of this funk. It's like for whatever reason, they can't get out of the funk.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. We got to push through this though, because we got to come ready to play come that Miami game. So we got to be ready to play.
Yes,
we got to just be aggressive. I hope they're sort of taking it easy today, and it's no signs of what could be expected of them come that Miami game. But it's not looking good right now. So I know they're up 10. I'd rather see them, up 20 at this point in the game. Let's see if we can push a lead right now, so we don't have anything to worry about during the last minutes of the game. Because if they keep this close, I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah, because this is close enough that a couple Rocket players come out, or even one player streaky, just a couple threes, and you're like, oh, now they're down 6 or whatever it is, and then it's a game again, and then if they just get hot. I don't want to see this.
You can see a Porter. You can see a kid Porter, just finding a way to get, extra shots up to get hot.
Agreed. So we'll see. But guys, this whole week was a been a tough one. It's one of those, scratch your head type of weeks. And what's this stat? Where is this stat? Okay, here we go. The Knicks defense in the last 3 games prior to tonight, they have a defensive rating of 126.4. And it looks like a high number, but that's not good, guys. It's supposed to be lower. So, they have given up in these last 3 games 120 points on average. Yuck. Yeah, they have given up 49.8% field goal percentage in the past 3 games on average. Yuck. And 38.9% from the 3-point stripe in the past 3 games. This is not the Knicks team that we've seen over these winning streaks.
Yeah.
I don't know, John.
It's been a conundrum, man. It's been one of those weird weeks. What has it been? 2 weeks? Week and a half? Okay. We got coming in the building. Okay.
What's up, fellas?
Jose, what's good?
Listen, I know, you guys are sad. You guys are upset right now. Got to talk about these games while everything's happening. But I do want to, share a little video, something. So, let's start off with the first one, shall we?
Sure.
Fellas, really quickly, just been asked by our producer Jose to send over our predictions for this week of Knicks basketball. And so my prediction is win, and win some more. All right, fellas. Talk to y'all soon.
All right, what's going on? Let's get it. Let's go Knicks. Anyway, I got Minnesota losing to the Knicks tonight. So that's an L for them, a dub for the Knicks. I got, I believe the next game is Orlando. I may reverse the order. Don't mind me. Orlando, I got us beating Orlando. That's a dub. Then we got the Miami Heat, I believe. I got us winning against Miami. That's right. Shocking the world again, baby. Let's go Knicks. And then against the Houston Rockets, I got us catching another W. So 3 LW. No. 4 W's, baby. Let's go. Pew, 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 pew. No? Okay. Anyway. Hi.
All right. So here's the thing, guys. For everyone who's tuning in right now and those who are watching us after the live stream, I know this is very weird. It's not part of our program. I just wanted to interrupt them for a little bit. Last week, we weren't able to do the show, so I had both of these gentlemen send me their predictions. Both of them with the greatest confidence predicted 4W. And I was really upset because I was going to throw a curveball last week. Obviously, we didn't do the show. Then I was like, okay, you know what? They're going to send me their prediction. The video is going to be awesome. I'm going to have them go head to head. And they both predicted the same thing. And then I was like, my goodness, this sucks. I really wanted a curveball. And then what ended up happening? Oh, man. This is going to be very controversial for me to say, but the Knicks lost last week, Monday. The Knicks lost the second game. The Knicks lost their third game. And now, gentlemen, we are currently in the 4th game of this week. I felt bad. I shouldn't wish anything bad and evil. It's not something that I was taught or in the faith that I believe in. So, because I believe in second chances, I want to offer you guys second chance. Will you be willing to change your prediction for tonight's game?
No way. No way.
Nah, I'm good. Thanks, man. I appreciate you, though.
All right.
No way.
Just remember.
We got to get one dub.
If they don't win, both of you are losers. You had the opportunity to become a winner. Other than
True.
that, guys, enjoy talking about the last 3 games because yeah, it doesn't reflect what you guys predicted.
It
Adios.
doesn't. Yeah, that was deserved.
Yeah. I can't
Listen,
believe
to
you,
our
John. You picked 4 W's, B. You crazy.
I'm telling you, to my defense and to our defense, they were winning. They were looking good, and they just hit a roadblock, man. Just like complete,
Yeah.
like stop. It was like, oh man, don't pass go. It was
Yeah.
like stuck on ball.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
like,
no, we
okay.
were stuck on the tax return right before ball. You know where you get before go, right between Bulwark and Park Place. Just stuck there.
I'm definitely somewhere
worst.
in there. I'm like, okay,
It's
thank you,
bad,
Knicks.
bro.
Thank you for me finally believing in you.
I know. I was getting hyped too because I was like the week before I wasn't really believing, and they came across winners, right? And I was like, all right, cool. I gotta ride the wave, and disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. And I'm glad right now they just pushed it to 20. So this is what I'm talking about. Keep it at 20 plus. We're up 20 right now.
This is
Keep
where
it
it
there.
should be. I want
That's
to
where it
see
should be.
50 burger
Oh, yeah.
lead.
This is,
No, I'm just...
listen, we gotta keep pushing the lead, man. For real. This is crazy.
Yeah, but they do
crazy.
got to keep pushing the lead. Just look, another 2-3 minutes of this, Houston will be done, and that's it. You know, because they're a bad team. They're gonna give up quick. So yeah,
they don't have enough. They don't have enough weapons on that team, and they don't really have many, any if any perimeter, really solid perimeter shooting.
No, that they're a tough young bunch over there. They got some growing to do. But yeah, so that's what took place. There's been a tough week, and it started off in the game against Minnesota, where in crazy fashion the Knicks played Minnesota with no Karl Anthony Towns
and
no Anthony Edwards.
That's what Jeff.
And they still gave up 140 points to Minnesota.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh, gosh. 140 points.
Wow. Can't make it up, man. Can't make it up.
Wow. Knicks
but you know what's crazy is we sort of reverted back to the early part of the season where we were very inconsistent with our play. And that's what we're seeing right now. Being very inconsistent with the play. You're strong defensively, you may be strong offensively in parts, but you're not putting it all together. You know, you're sort of playing in spurts. So, you know, I like that the second unit has come in and is really, you know, taking over this game. And we just got to keep them here and just let them ride this out, man. No need to put the starters back in if they're not, you know what I mean? At this point, let this ride out.
It seems like the key for these Knicks, and this is going to be going forward every single game. If Julius is going good and Brunson is going good, the Knicks have a very good chance to win games, right? However, if one of those guys is a little bit off or things aren't working, every single game the Knicks play is going to be decided by the bench.
True.
Because the bench comes in and they change the course of the game. If you notice, even this game against Houston, the starters weren't doing much against Houston. They had a 2-3 point lead at one point. Then Houston had a lead. Then the Knicks took the lead back. Well, the only time the Knicks got to get a bigger lead is when the bench came in.
Right. That's a good point.
I don't know what it is. And guys, in that game against Minnesota, 140 to 134, I'm not even going to go over any stats because it didn't matter. I'm disgusted. But the one stat that did matter, which you got to give kudos to him because he had an incredible game, is Julius Randle because he had 57 points, folks. On 19 of 29 shooting, 65% from the field. He was 8 of 14 from three for 57%. So it's not even like one of those fluke games where, he just jacked up 80 shots and he got 50. No, he was hitting. So kudos to him, at least for that. We lost, but he was on fire. don't know,
Yeah.
man. I don't know. Oh, look at this. A block. Oh, Sengun
Yeah,
getting
look, I
blocked
mean,
by Deuce.
this is where we need to be at, man.
Oh, yeah.
They
See,
need to be.
this is
they need
when
to
it's
just lock
laugher
in.
time right now, John. It's laughable right now.
Yeah, but again,
Told
they
you.
have to. This is
Couple more
when they
minutes.
have to. Yeah, they just have to, finish this game out. I don't want to see the starters back in here. So Tibbs, he needs to.
Jose, can
just
you go
chill.
single shot, John? Not to put him on the spot.
Uh-oh. Why? I wasn't saying much.
Oh, I gotta grab something.
Oh,
from the
okay,
kitchen.
okay. No doubt, no doubt.
Sorry.
I'll hold it down. So right now, the Knicks are playing some solid defense. We got the Knicks play. The bench play is doing really well. They're running, getting some defensive stops, running the fast break, which is something we've been asking for from our starters even. So right now, I'm just, looking forward to ending this game and getting ready for Miami. Again, I'm not really sure why, Barrett is, sometimes making poor decisions on the court. He tried to do an outlet pass, didn't really find, an opening to let that pass go, but created a turnover. And at the other end, they're just, again, they play strong defensively at this point. So, following the kid Porter is okay. It's not going to hurt you right now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this Miami game. I think this is the statement game right now for the end to finish the season off right. We played a close one. We lost. Miami dominated us in that last game. Butler scored at will, which was disheartening for our Knicks team. And Julius didn't have a particularly good game, so I'm looking forward to him, coming back and what he could provide these Knicks. And I'm looking for a really strong performance from Barrett. I think he needs to be aggressive like he was in that game. He's got to continue that pace. And he's just got to, believe in his mid-range. If he does that, I think we'll be all right. And hopefully we'll get, I don't know if we'll see McBride, but, in my opinion, it wouldn't hurt even if Brunson is playing. Just spell them a couple of minutes, and putting another body in front of, a Lowry or even Tyler Hero. Want to get him, to see multiple people so he isn't comfortable. But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to for game coming up.
I agree.
And
with
that game is on Wednesday, so
Makes sense.
that's going to be on ESPN, right? It's a live. That one's on ESPN on Wednesday, I believe.
It's definitely a national game.
Nice, look good. Yeah, they're really ending this game. You see who they put in?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're up 25 points right now.
I'll be surprised if they stick with Silas. I'll be very surprised if they stick with Silas over there in Houston.
Yeah, I kind of feel like they need a little bit more of an experienced disciplinarian coach for these young guys, but it depends. Sometimes it doesn't always work because they don't know how to relate to some of the young players. You have to find the right person. Not that he's but I don't know.
I think they need a coach who can help these young players better understand the NBA game. They don't have to be hard-tempered or anything like that, but I think Silas comes more from a college background. I don't know if he's ever coached in the NBA. I think this is his first stop in the NBA, right? And so I don't necessarily think he has all the tools. And I don't think he has all the tools yet to be a head coach. I'm sure he has a really, he comes from his father, Paul Silas, was a well-known coach as well. So I'm sure he learned a lot from his dad. But I think he needs to develop an understanding of how this new age is playing. You know what I mean? Like this new game is played, and figure out how to best, get his team equipped to play games, in the NBA. And I think they just built on athleticism right now, and these kids don't really know where they need to be, defensively and offensively. Sometimes they're like all over the place too. So
that's
see why they're having
That's
trouble.
another good point.
But I could see like a coach who hasn't who hasn't been given an opportunity, a Sam Cassell. A Sam Cassell would look nice with Houston. You know what I mean? I think he could get a lot out of that team.
It makes me wonder why they didn't give Sam Cassell a shot.
Yeah, I agree.
I wonder why they didn't give him a shot.
A weird one.
I guess it's one of those. Well, and it doesn't mean they'll never give him a shot, but I guess it's one of those things like, why didn't the Knicks give Patrick Ewing a shot, or even ask Patrick Ewing to be a coach on the staff?
Yeah, true.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well,
you did mention
again, right?
New York Knicks
Georgetown.
playing. What'd you say?
He's available again now.
No, what'd you say?
Georgetown.
Oh yeah, because Georgetown decided to let him go, which wasn't all fair to Patrick. He had a lot of tough stuff that happened this past season, injuries and some other stuff that took place. But it is what it is. I guess in the end, they just felt like he was going to come in. He's a big name. He was going to draw a lot of attention, and he was going to bring the best out of these guys defensively. And then he has so much experience and such a great player, but I don't know. Sometimes
it's different as a coach. Yeah. I
mean, look, it's not easy. Like Michael Jordan could never be a coach.
Yeah, I mean, look at Chris Mullin with St. John's, right? You would think the thought was that he could bring the same energy. He was a coach, sort of a coach player when he was in the NBA. He was sort of that kind of guy, but it doesn't translate, And plus, you have to be able to relate to these kids in a different way, in a different manner, because these kids are sort of brought up differently. So the game has not only changed, just children in general and their experiences in life have changed, So it's we'll see. We'll see if
Rick got 37 points.
Yeah,
it's
like he's 14 of 17, but it's a weird one, right? Because it doesn't seem like.
I didn't even know he had 37 points. Now, I didn't know he was scoring pretty well. I know he finished the first half with 20, but I don't know. I didn't feel like he was continuing to put it up like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's just taking his spots, and he's.
Once again, it's like fool's gold. You look at it and you say, okay, he's hot, but then you also look at the team they're playing and the type of defense they're presenting.
No real strong defense.
He's getting great looks. He's 5 of 7 from 3.
Right. I mean, look how open Grimes was for that last three. No one really contesting.
Oh, okay. Look at Quick. See, now that is a good sign right there. The Quickly of old would have taken that shot 9 times out of 10.
Right.
This time he passed it up to Grimes. That was nice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah. See, this is what I expected to see. There you go. That's how you extend the lead.
But this is good. It's good for them.
That's what I want. That's what I want.
Good for their confidence.
You have to be this. You have to be this. You have to do this. Against this team, you have to do this.
There's no other way to look. This is how it's supposed to be.
It's how it's supposed to be. Right.
It's one thing if you're if you're a playing team, you might go back and forth. The Knicks are a 5th seed. They should be doing this.
Yeah, especially against the Rockets. Like for the first 3 quarters, I didn't understand what was going on. It's like, why are these kids still in this game? Like it should have never been that close to begin with. Especially at the half. They were down 6 or 5, right? It was 66-61 at halftime. Didn't make no sense.
No, they were up. They were up at the half. They were up, but it was
That's
up
what I mean,
5.
but only by 5.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to Geraldine McIver, the first lady of Still Knicks fans and the Knicks community in the building. Let's go.
Yes. Appreciate you.
Gideon Amankwa, G Money in the house. Salute. Appreciate you, my brother. Dwayne Dennis is here. What's good? B. Willis is in the building. Craig is in the building, folks. JT Riddick is here. What's good? Appreciate y'all. And also appreciate the ones who are out there watching who may not be in the chat. And I understand another very busy Monday night for Knick content, as well as the fact that we actually have a live game going on that's wrapping up right now. So I appreciate you guys tuning in when you can.
Yeah.
We just came back from the commercial break. It is 129.99. The Knicks are up 30 with 5 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And there was one more game on the docket, guys. I can talk about it a little better now that I have a good feeling the Knicks are going to pull this one out.
Right.
But the Knicks also played their nemesis. You know, like Boston has a nemesis, the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks have a nemesis, the Orlando Magic, for whatever reason. I don't know what it is. I don't get it. But
they match up well, man.
Knicks lost.
And that team is feisty. They're 20. What is their record in the last 50? They're solid, right?
I think they are. Let me see here.
In the last 50, there's something like 25-23 or something like that. I think they have a winning record in the last 50.
Where are they? Oh, here they go. It's not showing me here. I should have looked somewhere else. But yeah, they have been playing better lately. That is very true. And actually, they won 3 in a row right now.
Win.
But yeah, no, you're right.
Just came off a win against Brooklyn too, right? Recently, so which is super helpful for us. You know, making sure we'll
take it.
We'll take it, right? Anytime Miami gets is beat and Brooklyn is beat during the regular season at this point in the game in the season, I'm gonna take that anytime I can get it, just to give us some breathing room. But yeah, I mean, Orlando matches up well, and I think they're figuring it out over there. They got a lot of good talented young players over there, and they're gonna be a scary team, as they keep developing. Banchero's for real. The brothers, the Wagner brothers, they're solid players.
The Wagners.
Aggressive. The Wagners, they're solid players, and yeah. Anthony is solid,
Oh man, it's getting sloppy here, folks. I just at this point, there's nothing left to do. I kind of feel like I do want quickly to get that 40 burger.
Yeah, let's let them finish this out. I don't want to see the starters back in though. That's what I don't want to see.
No, they're not coming back in. I mean, this is like Trevor Keel's time right now, or Daquan Jeffries' time. Is Daquan with the big club? Shout out to the Knicks for giving Daquan some bread. Yeah, they gave him a multi-year contract, but I don't know what that means.
A multi-year,
2 years. Yeah, that's what they're calling it.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that translates right now because I don't know the circumstances revolving around him. So I don't understand it. Maybe they're just trying to. It's more of a. Someone said that it could be just an asset move. Signing him to the contract. It's not expensive, but he's a good piece that you can use to kind of like make cap flexibility when you're trying to maneuver and make a trade.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, it's smart to do. You have to have players like that on your team that you can offset cost.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, will the Knicks?
Hey, 40 points quickly. There we go, folks. Let's go.
Will the Knicks pull off a trade next season, coming into the new season? Is there something that they're looking at right now that people aren't necessarily seeing? Because we all know Fournier wants to play, and is not playing anything.
Well, I got to tell you, I know how you feel. It's not going to happen. I'm just doing this for entertainment purposes. But I would love if one of the players that you're not fond of joins the Knicks next year in some capacity.
Who am I not fond of?
Luka Doncic.
Yeah, that's definitely a dream, right? That would be a
Listen,
dream
he
come
ain't happy
true.
either. He ain't happy either. Now, don't get me
he
wrong.
ain't sad
just because you get
either.
Luka don't mean no,
But he
I
ain't
know.
sad either. Like he's making a nice penny over there. They treat him well. They'll figure it out. They need pieces around the 2 stars right now. They just don't have those pieces. They're winning still, right?
I think they're
right now.
Let me see. I think they're in a position though that they've kind of leveraged themselves a little bit. So I don't know how much more they can really do to right the ship. Let's see what the game schedule looking like right now. What day is this? What is this?
Yeah, they're up. Oh, they won already. Did they win? Yeah, they won.
Oh, that's why.
They're playing out.
They're
playing Indiana, right? Yeah, they're out.
Yes,
they won.
sir.
They won 127 and 104.
Yes, they did. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, they just need other teams in front of them to lose some games.
Yeah. We just want them to make that play in, man, because honestly, I never would have thought that it would turn out to be like this. We went from 3 first-round picks to if they go into the lottery having no first-round pick this year, that stinks.
That'll be wild.
That is crazy. However, that's crazy.
If we don't get a first-round pick, do we expect that? Even if we got one, do we expect us to use it? Like, really?
I don't, but I do expect. Yeah, I don't expect that we would get anybody that would play on this team, but I do expect that we'd be able to use it in a draft. I mean, in a trade, should I say?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
right now, that pick is not that sexy because it's not good. It wouldn't convey this year and it would turn into something else next year. It still could be a first round pick next year, but it would change. It wouldn't have the same parameters either. I believe. I would have to look that up. Now I'm curious.
I'll tell you who wouldn't be doing draft night.
I hear that.
That's crazy. Anyway, yeah, it looks like we got this one in the bag, man, which is great to see. I'm happy about this performance, at least the back end of this performance. I wasn't happy with the first 3 quarters.
Am I right? Is he in there? Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, Trevor Keels.
Yeah, Keels is in there. He's throwing up air balls and stuff, but what can you expect? Doesn't play.
Oh, look at Obi going to work against the bench. The bench. I don't care. Whatever opens Obi's game up again and gets him going, I don't care. We'll take it.
Yeah. There's still a lot more finesse than I would like to see.
Oh, look at this. Oh, man. Yo, is that Garuba? Who is that? Why is he getting so mad? This is a garbage game. You're down 30. I mean, you guys, you like the passion, but he seems a little upset over there.
Yeah. So what we looking for next week, man? What we got how many more games next week? What we got now, Ross? We got Miami. Can we go to that? Let's go to that, man. Thank you, Jose.
Fellas? You guys miss me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Totally miss.
Of course we did. It's been a long time.
Listen, we only got 3 games this week. 3 major games.
I would say they're major.
Yeah. All that stuff. So you know what?
Oh, and just wanted to say, shout out to Angel Torres. I appreciate you. I see you, my guy. And Dwayne Dennis says, no, please, Ron. No Luka Doncic. His usage is probably the highest in the league. I don't think he's a good fit. You could be right.
Oh
But
yeah.
go ahead, continue, Jose. I'm
He,
sorry.
he wouldn't look good in the Knicks uniform.
Oh, no worries. I figured, these are the 3 games. You guys, make your prediction.
At
So
this
who would
point,
like
it
to go
doesn't
first?
matter whether he knows who I'm picking or whatever.
Yeah. So let's go for it. Who would like to go first?
This game's over, folks. It's coming to a close. 3 seconds left. It's official. The Knicks win 137-115. Let's go.
My goodness, it only
All
took
right.
3
Sir.
games. Only took 3 games.
Only
But
took
we
3
made it.
games.
Only 3 games.
Yeah.
So now that they came out
take it.
victorious tonight, what is your prediction for the first game coming up, which I believe is Wednesday?
Go ahead, John.
We need this win, so I'm going to win. We need the win. I'm going with a win.
All right, Ron?
I am also going with the win because it's a must win for me. So yes, they're good. They got to get the win.
Oh man, Brunson's hand looks horrible.
Doesn't look good, does it?
Oh man, that must be like a sprained joint or something.
But you
That
know,
looks like
maybe
it's
it's
a
just he's wearing
thumb.
that little big thing because he's getting like treatment underneath it.
That ain't a good look,
don't know.
man.
Mm-hmm.
At least
Well,
at least
you know
it's
what?
not a shooting hand.
True.
John, you went first, so let's have Ron go next. Ron, predict the last game.
Knicks get a W against Washington.
John, your prediction?
For Washington, I want to
Yeah.
pick the Cleveland game.
You want to pick the Cleveland game?
Yeah.
No, we're doing Washington right now.
Why?
Because I said so.
Well, Jose, you know what happens when they
Unbelievable.
talk wild, Jose.
All right,
I'm just saying.
fine. I'll go with a W. It's
Awesome.
too easy.
Awesome. Okay, John, since you was so eager, Cleveland game.
I'm gonna go with a loss.
A loss. All right. And Ron?
See, he put a loss
Against
against
the
Washington.
Cleveland
That's
game.
disrespectful.
I'm also gonna go with a loss. No, I'm going with a win, baby. That's gonna set Cleveland up so they know exactly what they're gonna get in the playoffs. First round, take this L. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, perfect.
So why we both got losses against Washington?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot about the curveball. I was supposed to explain it. I'm so sorry. So for the Washington game, I was putting your opposite prediction. So both of you predicted a win. I'm giving you guys a loss. And for the Cleveland game, you guys actually predicted for each other. So, John, you said a loss, so that goes to Ron. Ron, you said a win, that goes to John. So, So right now,
God.
this is it right here. This is our weekly prediction, these next 3 games.
Very nice.
Not for nothing, Ron. The
Very nice.
probability of you winning this week, it's a high one.
Well, I guess I'll take whatever. I don't. Maybe the NBA and the New York Knicks gods have a better idea of what's going to happen than I do. So let's go for it.
You know what?
And the Jose gods.
Wait. I'm
Jose
sorry.
gods.
I'm sorry. This is mean. This is really mean.
You said this is mean? Yeah, you're right. It is
Yeah.
very mean.
It is extremely mean. So with that being said, you know what? I give you guys your original predictions. Okay.
All right.
I want to be a nice guy today, all right?
You're the
Ron,
best.
you actually predicted a win. And John, you predicted a loss.
There we go.
But if you guys were to choose, right? My question is, do you want to keep it with your original prediction or do you want to go with my curveball prediction?
Interesting.
I'm going with my original prediction because the Knicks lost 3 in a row and they got to turn it around. And I think now's the time.
Okay. And John?
It's tempting, but I like this prediction I got going on. I think we have enough to beat Washington. The Miami game's a toss-up, and I don't see us beating Cleveland right now because they're playing well. So I'll stick with my prediction.
All right, gentlemen. You guys are boring, but I still love y'all. This is your prediction. We shall see who is victorious. But next week, King of Prediction. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye-bye.
Later, Jose.
Thank you, Jose. I appreciate you. Well, guys, look. It was a good victory. No. Sorry. It was a much-needed win. They got it done. It's going to look like it was a good victory. But was it? Whoa. But what's going on? There's some stuff happening.
Guys, guess what?
Hello?
We have a King of Prediction. It's a tie.
All right.
I'm about to hit you with Tom Willis. All right. Fine.
I'm sorry, guys. I mean, you guys predict at least one game correctly.
It's true.
I guess.
But, that video that we played earlier, you guys were extremely hype, 4 wins, that's how we do it. And fortunately, it was 3 losses and 1 win. So at least you guys tied up. So both of you are losers and winners at the same time. Now I'm out.
I tell you, Jose, right before our last week of predictions, we got to tally up the scorecard and see how close we actually are. Because I think you talked about it. Ron and I were closer than we thought.
Oh, I don't know if you heard the other part of that conversation. I was just like lying.
Yeah. He said he was lying. He didn't tell.
Oh, he was lying. Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, it would be a good thing to do.
No, yeah, it would be nice to know because, for you, Jose, to know because I know I'm getting smoked. So let's go from
okay.
Anyway, exactly. That's my hopes and dreams. That's life. Anyway, guys, look, this was a much needed win. It was a must win, if you ask me, for multiple reasons. They got it done. And when you look at the box score, people who didn't really pay attention to the game are going to say, hey, the Knicks look great. But they didn't. They did not look good. They looked bad for 3/4 of this game. They were fortunate enough to get a good lead because Houston is even worse on defense. So it is what it is. But this is a wake-up call going into a team like Miami, who Miami needs this victory. So the Knicks better bring the A game. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be bad.
Yeah, and it's Wednesday. And do we play in New York, right? This game
we play in New York, yeah.
Yeah, we got to get this win. We got to complete this win. We definitely got to get that. Are we in New York or are we in? MSG. Yeah, no, right?
Wait. Yeah, MSG. Yeah, that's what I saw before. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they got to get the victory, man. They got to lock them down, lock it down. We need this one. Now, that's another thing I didn't take into account. Oh, John, you sneaky. That Knicks game versus Cleveland is in Cleveland. That could be interesting.
That's why I don't see the Knicks getting that one.
Oh,
he's back.
Oh no, he was just like letting you know, like, hey.
I gave you the chance. I gave you the opportunity.
No, you did. I'm comfortable with it. You're right. I'm happy with it. Lock it in. King.
Nice. That's somebody who believes in their Knicks.
Okay. Before we get out of here, because we're about to say our goodbyes, shout out to Ashley Inc. What's good, Wiz? Good to see you. Shout out to Cole Mega. What's good, my brother? Always good to see you. Kareem Grant in the building. What up, twin? Also, William Thompson is in the building. Salute, William. He says, what makes you say this wasn't a good team win? I'm going to say if you really look at the 3 quarters of basketball that the Knicks played, just look at the back and forth, look at the possessions, look at the mistakes they made, look at the transition opportunities Houston got. Mind you, Houston is a very poor defensive team, and they're not that great offensively either. They have moments. But just look at the game and how it played out and realize that, forget if it's Houston, just picture another team, a better functioning team playing the Knicks. Under these circumstances, I don't know. Those 3 quarters, the Knicks would be losing, if you ask me. Now, the 4th quarter, different story. They played the way you got to put your foot on the other team's neck and just keep driving home. That's okay. But they really needed to play like that for the first 3. Now, some people might say, okay, it took them 3 quarters to get right. Maybe they finally broke the funk. So the 4th quarter is what we can see going forward. That's what I'm hoping for.
But to what you're explaining, that 4th quarter was really put together by the bench, and not our starting 5. So, if it was a combination of the 2, then for me, it would have been like, okay, great. We're seeing some signs of getting out of the rust. But we still haven't seen an indication of that as of yet. The first 3 quarters were abysmal, in my opinion. Like, to let a team of this nature to be only down 5 going into the half, there's no reason for that, right? So the 3rd quarter, they pushed it up by 10. I believe they were up by 10. So Houston was still in striking distance. 4th quarter, they had no choice but to put them away. I mean, you wanted to see them put them away in this fashion, so I'm glad they did so. But it was primarily done by the bench. Bench players came in and they solidified their stamp on this game, and I applaud them for this victory. I do. I just don't know if it's something. I just don't know if this sort of energy. I know they shouldn't bring in Miami. They need to bring in that 4th quarter energy to that Miami game for all 4 quarters and see, if we're going to come out victorious, which we need big time.
Yeah. Yeah. And don't give me, and shout out to A-Train. I see you. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. Nick Yak in the building. Salute to you. Appreciate you as well. Don't get me wrong, William Thompson. I'm not saying that I'm happy the Knicks won the game, and I like what I saw in the 4th quarter. But if you really look fine at the 3rd quarter, the 2nd quarter, and the 1st quarter especially, just look at the possessions. Each possession, the Knicks just didn't play well. Like some other team that has their stuff together. Remember, Houston is the worst team in the NBA. So some other team that has their stuff together definitely would have made it tough for the Knicks. So I'm just hoping that they turn things around now. We go from here. And another thing in the 4th quarter, in like 6 or 7 minutes of that 4th quarter, it was the bench for Houston, not their bench guys. It's the guys who don't get no burn came in the game. So it's really that game was over at that point.
Right. And Houston, however, they're not the worst team. That would be Detroit, who has the worst record in the NBA, but they're close enough. They're 18 wins. Only.
Yeah,
so
I knew that. I was wondering if
right
it was
there.
Detroit.
They're
or
right
Houston.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I think 16 wins by Detroit, and I think Houston's still at 18. Of course, losing tonight. But yeah, it's just you want to see them come out with better energy. So we'll see if they lock in for this coming Wednesday. What I was saying to Ron earlier was I hope that this isn't sort of the players coasting, knowing that they could turn it on at any moment, because we run into those issues with teams that we need to be actively aggressive against, and I don't want to see that happen this coming Wednesday. Coming out lackluster and thinking that we're going to make a run. You got to come in with that energy. You got to be focused. You got to, be aggressive against a team like Miami, who plays, really solid defense. So.
I mean, and the other thing you can look at real quick is just look at what did take place in the 1st quarter and the 2nd quarter. I mean, Houston scored 33 points in the first, right? 33 or 31. It was one of those. Like, this is a bad team, and allowing them to score that many points and only be down 2 points to you, it's not what you want to see from a team that's the 5th seed trying to make their playoff push. And then you got Miami on Wednesday. I'm telling you, like, you could set yourself up for failure like this because you're playing. You still, like, on the box score, you're gonna see guys had good games, and then you're gonna see a blowout victory. But it really wasn't. That's it wasn't that way. It could have been a lot closer had Houston been a better basketball club. But it is what it is.
They were in striking distance in the coming out of the third quarter. They were only down 10. If a solid team is down 10, they can go on a run and take over that lead. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen it happen to the Knicks the last 3 games prior to this game, where we had, we were up. I forget what team it was that we were up about 10, and then we lost the lead, and then we couldn't regain the lead, or we gained it back and then we lost the lead, and we were sort of back and forth. I can't recall which team that was. I don't know if it was Minnesota, but it was.
I think
one
it was
of those
Minnesota. That's what I'm remembering. But
yeah, and we struggled to get.
It's tough
to
guys.
get up. To bring it back. We were down. We brought it back, and then we had a chance. We had the lead, and then we lost the lead again. And it's like, can't do that. Not in the NBA.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. Definitely tough. Shout out to Ron Sarmiento in the building. Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you as always. I don't know. William Thompson says talk about in-game adjustments. I don't know if you mean thoughts on the in-game adjustments or the lack of in-game adjustments or the fact that they need to make better in-game adjustments going forward. I don't know what exactly you're referring to. But, for me personally, I've always made it a point to talk about Tibbs and his in-game adjustments. That bothers me a lot. So I don't think he makes the best ones at times. And when games are not that they're meaningless, but when games are not impactful, I think he's fine. I don't know, maybe because it's not a pressurized situation, so his adjustments are pretty good. But when the games really mean something, when there's pressure, when the playoffs or something's on the line, or like you're at a point where the standings that you need to really buckle down, I feel like Tibbs makes some interesting decisions that people would question. So I don't know. And if you want to say, okay, I see what you're saying. So you're saying in the first half they had 61 points, and in the second half they had 37. Now, granted,
Defensively,
let's not forget, I just said 7 minutes of that fourth quarter, the Rockets had the bench in there, the garbage time guys. So that takes away from that. But the Knicks did make an adjustment. They did play a little bit more aggressive defense. They started trapping guys. But if you look, I was telling John, you weren't here at that time in the chat, but I was telling John, the Knicks trapped Hart. I think Randall or somebody else trapped the guy in the corner. The guy made a cross-court pass all the way to the other side. The dude was wide open for 3, but he missed the 3 because Houston is not a great shooting team from the perimeter.
Have no shooters.
But another team will make you pay for that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's certain things the Knicks did throughout this game that they need to clean up.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure. And you could chalk a lot of the missed shots from as a part of the reason why we ended this game the way we did, is because Houston had open shots, could have knocked them down. Some of it was defense, not all of it. But again, you're against a team that shoots it poorly from the field. Even though we've seen that with Miami, who shot it poorly from the field, but they're just a better team. So those type of teams will make you pay.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, no, but I thank you, William. I appreciate you, man. So guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, and one thing I did want to say before we get out of here, Randall only playing 28 minutes is definitely a good thing.
That's a plus.
That doesn't rest. He plays every game, multiple minutes. That is a plus going into Miami Wednesday. Good stuff.
Oh yeah,
good stuff.
Get him in his right headspace, right?
Yeah, definitely. John, final words, my brother.
Man, as always, this was fun. I appreciate spending time with my brother. Man, looking forward to the next one, man. And hopefully we'll be victorious and come away with 3 victories. So if you're right, we come away with 3 victories, and I'd rather see that than coming away with at least 1 loss. But Yeah, it should be a good time, man.
I'm hoping so too, man. I'm hoping so too. Guys, thank you for tuning in. If you came in late and you want to watch the replay, by all means, definitely do so. Hit that like button. And another thing, guys, like if you guys have anything on your mind or anything you want us to talk about, or there's something that we didn't talk about, or you have an opinion on, feel free to put stuff in the comments. I'm noticing, because I'm a fan of a lot of shows, I'm noticing a lot of Nick fans in the chat aren't really commenting that much anymore, like they were in the past.
Right.
Like I guess people just tune into the chat and they say what they gotta say. But maybe
it's
that's
a winning record.
There's not too much to
it's not much to say when you got a winning record. When you're losing and you're on a downward spiral, as I think most people got a lot to say around that. But when you're winning, there isn't much criticism, which is cool.
Yeah.
Because I agree. Means, I mean, they shouldn't be.
It's open.
There shouldn't be much criticism for a winning record this year. But we do have to get ready for this playoff run. Look at getting excited about it. If we play correctly, the way we know we could play down the stretch, we'll look forward to something in the playoffs. It's a possibility of moving past the first round.
I'm with you. So guys, tune into next week's show. We're gonna have a special guest. It should be a good one. And so I'm excited for that. So definitely tune in for next week's SKF Weekly next Monday at 9 p.m. Also, as I like to say, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still, Knicks fans will be back again, whether it be on Monday nights for SKF Weekly at 9 p.m. with Ron, John, Jose on the ones and twos, holding it down, or on Thursday nights for the NBA report on the NothinButKnicks Network, NBK. That's right. And Know the Ledge on Saturdays at 11 a.m. with yours truly, tucking you guys off the ledge. And I've had to do a little of that. I was actually on the ledge myself this Saturday. I jumped out the window. It was getting crazy. So, yeah, man, tune into all of that. And, guys, hopefully, I'm trying to set it up. I don't know. I haven't had a lot of success yet. The plan is for the NBA report maybe in 2 weeks or so, if everything plays out the way it is, because it looks like it'll be a first-round matchup between the Knicks and the Cavaliers. I'm trying to get us to be able to talk with somebody from the Cavalier Nation for the NBA report, so we can really get that.
That would be cool.
What's your team doing? What our team doing? Be ready right here. That's what we're trying to do. So let's see.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. But thank you guys as always. Thank you
Stay blessed out there.
To Jose on the thank you to Jose on the ones and twos for holding us down. Yeah. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Freedom over fame. Freedom over cycle stays the same.